Hey all, Kate here from the Emerald Minecart. Welcome back to another review, and today I'm reviewing episode 1 of Kamen Zeztz. This is the first episode in our new entry of the Kamen series, and it's also the first Kamen series to be part of this thing called the Signal Cast. Don't know how to say it, I think that's how you say it correctly. But yeah, this is basically Toei's official way to give us Americans the ability to watch the full series of Kamen Rider Zeztz, which is honestly really cool. And wait a minute. Oh yeah, I already reviewed Kamen Rider Z's episode 1. Yeah, obviously if you couldn't tell from the thumbnail or title of this video, yeah, this is episode 25, and episode 25 takes us back to the ending of episode 1 and the beginning of episode 2, with Zets remembering everything that happened after episode 1. So, what could be going on? Was it all just a dream, like he suspects? Or are we dealing with time travel shenanigans, which wouldn't be the first time Kamen Rider has dealt with that. But obviously, I'll get to the real reason of everything going on later. But yeah. So anyways, the pros, the cons, and the mids. First off, the pros. The music. We get the usual music that we've heard in the previous Kamen episodes, except the intro music, because we don't get the regular intro. Instead, we get like this extremely short intro that doesn't have a lot of visuals and doesn't have any music in it. But yeah, honestly, I am kind of glad we did get an episode where we didn't get the intro song, because I'm not saying it was getting annoying, but you know, hearing it over and over, even if I had to wait every Sunday to watch an episode, I would say it was starting to get just a tad bit annoying to me. And yes, I know what you're going to say, but Kate, you can just skip the intro! Which, yes, that's true, but here's the thing. We've had some cover series where, like, depending on the arc going on, the intro will have a few changes. And I want to make sure that I see those changes. So, yeah. But yeah, the new music, or the one new song that we get added to this series OST, is the song that plays during the ending of the episode when Zeztz is explaining the twist of the episode and also the preview of the next episode. Honestly, the new song that we get is pretty good. It reminds me of 2010's rock music, which this is just me being biased, but I love that type of rock music because obviously that's the type of rock music I grew up with. So, yeah, the music that we have in this episode, honestly pretty good. Next up is the fight scene. So, two things to note. Because this is essentially taking us back to, like, the episode 1 to episode 2 days, the Bomb Nightmare is back. It's nice to see him, but another thing to note is that Zeztz actually has all his capsums, including the dual mare. He still has that stuff with him, so because of this, he doesn't have any problems killing Bomb Nightmare, because previously when he defeated Bomb Nightmare, it took him like 2 or 3 episodes to do it, but this time, only took him 1 episode. Or, it didn't take him the entire episode to beat him, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, the fight scene, honestly pretty good. And finally, the twist. So, we discovered that it's not time travel, and it's technically not a dream, and you'll see what I mean by that, because we actually discover at the end of the episode that everything that happened after episode 1 was a premonition that Zeztz had. That is right. Everything that happened between episodes 2 and 24 were a premonition of everything that was supposed to happen. Which is really interesting. Also, there's the fact that when Zeztz wakes up, like, he still has his driver, and like I mentioned, the dual mare as well, but he also has, like, his Zeztz phone. And some other things that happen is that, like, he ends up, like, coming to Tetsuya and Asuka, which actually in this episode we get to see a happy Tetsuya again, which makes me very happy. And like he ends up informing him that, oh, I had these visions and your long lost friends were there, and like Asuka is thinking this guy's crazy. Well, Tetsuya is like, he might be on to something. But yeah, another thing that happens is that Kira, which is Nasuka's friend and one of the I believe Agent 6. Yeah, she ends up getting her code memories back a lot earlier from Agent 5, so yeah, that happens. But yeah, learning that, like, basically everything that happened in episode 2 through 24 was a premonition, was wild. I don't know, I can't wait to see how this affects the story continuing on, especially since, like, I don't know, just all of this really does feel like a finale, even though, again, usually most cover series go for like 50 episodes, and we're only on episode 25, so how are the next episodes going to go on? Like, is some sort of like time loop thing going to happen? Which, when I say that, I don't hate those time loop stories, but I kind of hope we don't get a time loop story for this season. But yeah, honestly, can't wait to see how this affects the story. I'm really excited to see the rest of it. So yeah, so those were pros. Now for my cons and mids. I don't have any cons and mids. This was a really good episode. So yeah, I give this episode 7 out of 7 stars. The new song that we got was amazing, the fight scene was good, and the twist, while a bit confusing to me and a bit surprising, I will say I am excited to see how it carries on. So yeah, can't wait for episode 26, especially since we actually get another writer coming soon, which they were actually teased in this episode, and I've already seen some pictures from like not newspaper scans, but like magazine scans that were posted online. So hey, a little tip for new Kamen Rider fans: avoid social media. You will get spoiled very easily. But yeah. So, anyways, that was it for this review. Make sure you all subscribe and like for more, and I'll see you all later. Peace out, home guards, and goodbye.